Lhasa, Xizang, Nyingchi, Shigatse, Yanghu 11 days tour. First day. Welcome to the snowy holy city of Lhasa, at an altitude of 3,650 meters. Our driver will greet you outside the Lhasa train station, airport, and take you to the hotel for check-in. After checking into the hotel on the same day, it is recommended not to wash your hair or take a shower, reduce activities, slow down everything, relax your mindset, and adapt to the high-altitude environment as soon as possible. The second day. Today you will depart from Lhasa to Nyingchi, passing through the Mira Mountain Tunnel. Mira Mountain is the boundary mountain between Lhasa and Nyingchi, Central Tibet, East Tibet, with the Mira Mountain Pass reaching an altitude of 5,013 meters. Snowflakes fly year-round here, and the Mira Mountain Tunnel, which runs through this mountain, began operating in 2019. It is the world's highest altitude highway special tunnel, and a beautiful scenic line on the Leyland Expressway. Afterwards, you will climb over the Sigila Pass at an altitude of 4,702 meters, where you can enjoy a distant view of the top 10 most beautiful mountains in China, the Nanjiabua Peak, and ring a bell to pray for blessings. Afterwards, you will continue to depart and arrive at Lulong, where you can experience the sound of arrows fired by Tibetan horse riding cloth. Under the blue sky and white clouds, the grass is lush and wild flowers are everywhere. Horses play leisurely by the stream, and yaks sway their huge bodies to accompany the grass. You can ride a high-altitude steed and gallop, or experience the unique folk service of Gombu people, shooting arrows. Finally, you will return to Nyingchi for dinner to experience the local specialty of Nyingchi, Lulong stone pot chicken. Stone pot chicken is Lulong's specialty and signature dish, which is very famous. The stone pot used for cooking Lulong stone chicken was chiseled from a whole stone by the locals. The stone pot chicken is made of local chicken, mixed with some Tibetan medicine and palm ginseng, and has a very delicious taste. On the third day. Today you will visit the Nyingchi area. First, go to the Yarlung Grand Canyon, which is the deepest canyon on Earth and known as the last secret realm of humanity. You can follow the scenic bus to visit the ruins of Daduka Castle and marvel at the magical power of love, where love is stronger than stone. You can close your eyes and palm here, make a wish or place a small mani stone to pray for the wish. Or listen to the roaring music of the Yajiang Canyon on the waterfront platform, and admire the magnificent scenery between the villages on both sides of the canyon on the observation deck. After that, you will visit Yani Wetland Park, which is the sacred mountain of Xizang's original Bon religion. This mountain is one of the important sacred mountains worshipped by the followers of this wave. They place all their hopes for happiness in this life and liberation in the next life on Mount Benri. In order to eliminate sins and various illnesses, they circumnavigate the mountain on time every year. In addition, the Yani Wetland Park is also the junction of the Yarlung River and the Nyingchi River. The scenery here is only the ingenious hand of nature, which can create such a spectacle. The elegant trickle of the Nyingchi River is brought into the Indian Ocean by the surging the Yarlung River, and the boundary of the junction is clear. After the visit, you will return to Nyingchi. The fourth day. Today you will start from Nyingchi by bus and go north along the Leyland Expressway, Xizang's most beautiful Tianlu. On the way, you will visit the Kading Valley, which is an excellent scenic spot in Nyingchi Forest Canyon. On both sides of the canyon, there are steep cliffs and undulating peaks, with unique rocks and towering ancient trees. Wildflowers fill the valley with fragrance, and the air in the natural oxygen bar is fresh. A waterfall with a drop of over 200 meters falls from the sky, which is very spectacular. On the cliffs, there are natural wonders such as the Great Buddha, Goddess, Guanyin, Protector, Buddha, Lama Praise, Turtle Calling to Heaven, Eagle Offering Treasures, Butter Lamp, as well as the Tibetan 6-character true word Buddha character. The most magical one among them is the natural formation of a giant Buddha in the waterfall water, which appears and disappears from time to time. The Kadingu Heavenly Buddha waterfall is named after it. After visiting Kading Gully, you will visit the Gombu Special Village. The Tibetan-style villages are well arranged, and the fragrance of flowers in the Tibetan courtyard is irresistible. The village, with its green mountains and clear waters and blue sky and white clouds, is like a delightful watercolor painting. Here, you can listen to Tibetan stories, enjoy Tibetan dances, watch houses with unique Tibetan characteristics, and experience the local customs and traditions. Afterwards, return to Lhasa, the city of sunlight. The 5th day. Today you will visit Yanghu, one of the 3 holy lakes in Xizang. On the way to Yanghu, you will climb over the Gangbala Pass at an altitude of 4,600 meters. Here you can overlook the Gangbala radar station, and it is also the best viewing location to watch the panorama of Yanghu. Afterwards, continue on to visit the world's highest freshwater lake, Yanghu, also known as Yanghu, which means Swan Lake in Tibet. With an elevation of 4,441 meters, Yanghu Lake boasts unparalleled beauty in southern Tibet. The clear lake water, towering snow-capped mountains, and pristine blue sky blend together, creating a picturesque scenery that is unforgettable. While enjoying the beautiful scenery of Yanghu Lake, you can also experience the Xinghu travel photography, recording the beauty and happiness of this moment, capturing exquisite moments that will make you feel happy years later. This is the significance of Yanghu's travel photography. On the 6th day. Today, you will visit the world's highest ancient palace-style architectural complex, the Potala Palace, within the city of Lhasa. Follow the long steps and overlook Lhasa while walking, showcasing the grandeur of the city. Taking photos as a souvenir, taking a break, and then walking into the Potala Palace to explore this mysterious and ancient palace, which is rarely shown in pictures online. Afterwards, you can go to the Zhuanjing Dao and Zhongjiao Lukang Park to experience Zhuanjing. In Zhongjiao Lukang Park, believers who come to Zhuanjing can be seen everywhere. They gently shake the Zhuanjing cylinder in their hands, slide the shining Buddha beads in their hands, and recite words in their mouths. You can also go to the observation deck of Yawang Mountain to take photos of the Potala Palace. Yawang Mountain is directly opposite the Potala Palace, and is the best angle for taking photos of the Potala Palace, especially halfway up the mountain. It is also a shooting location for 50 yuan. Afterwards, you will visit the site of the Qing dynasty's resident minister in Tibet. The traditional Tibetan courtyard where the exhibition hall is located is called Chongsai Kong Jakong. It is a 3-story Tibetan-style building courtyard located on the north street of Bagua Street in the ancient city of Lhasa, in the central area of the old urban area of Lhasa, with a history of more than 300 years. The Qing government once established the first resident minister's office here for the resident minister to work and reside. Due to the fact that the resident minister in Tibet can enjoy the bustling scene of Barker Street up close from the window of the south building of the courtyard, this place is called Chongsaikang, which means houses that can see the market. Afterwards, you will come to Jokhang Temple Square, which is the final destination for many worshippers on their pilgrimage. For hundreds of years, believers have traveled thousands of miles to this place, taking 3 steps and 1 tapping to measure the distance from their hometowns. The Jokhang Temple Square is filled with incense all day long, and devout worshippers have left deep marks equivalent to the length of their heads. Regarding faith, here we'll provide you with the most perfect explanation. If one day you lose yourself, please go to the Jokhang Temple Square and take a look. It will give you the answer about faith. The temple on the square is the center of Tibetan Buddhism, Jokhang Temple. On the 7th day. After breakfast, you will depart from Lhasa and take a car to the capital of Tibet, Shigatse. Along the way, you will climb the Gangbala mountain at an altitude of 4,600 meters, where you can overlook the Gangbala radar station. Then, you can travel with the winding Yanghu all the way through the rich Jiangxi plain, and then visit the ancient Corolla Glacier. Located by the roadside, the Corolla Glacier is like a giant thanka hanging on the mountain wall, crystal clear, flawless white, and close enough to be touched. Finally, travel through the ancient city of Jiangxi to Shigatse, the capital of Tibet, at an altitude of 3,750 meters, and move in. On the 8th day. After breakfast, you will depart from Shigatse and head to the Everest campsite. On the way, you will pass through the beautiful Kongma grassland, and then come to the hometown of Shinshui, Gangba County. Here, you can enjoy a distant view of China's most beautiful snow mountain, Xiaomu Yongqing, which is said to be the mother of surrounding snow mountains, hence it is called the Mother of Snow Mountains. Afterwards, you will continue along the 219 line, also known as the China-Indonesia Border Highway, for 45 kilometers before arriving at the magical Chilan Gorge. Chilan Gorge is a famous geological landscape in the long and secluded canyon that protrudes hundreds of meters below the surface. The earth forest rises like a spring shoot, and the rocks soar to the sky. They are vast and tangled, or arranged in groups of 3 or 5, like independent guards. In Chilan Gorge, you can personally experience the extraordinary craftsmanship of nature and marvel at the geological wonders of Chilan Gorge, which are majestic, unique, dangerous, and unique. After lunch, you will continue to travel about 30 kilometers along the 219 border between China and Indonesia. Along the way, you can enjoy one of the most beautiful snow mountains in China, the Ramana Snow Mountain, which is locally known as Rinching Snow Mountain. You can also enjoy the largest wetland in China, the Dingjia Wetland. Afterwards, you will follow the wetland to Dingjia County, the Kingdom of Wetlands. After a short rest here, you can enjoy a distant view of the world's 4th highest peak, Mount Luozi, along the Yeruzangbu River Valley. Then, you will follow the beautiful border rural road to Shinshan, which is called Longren Mountain. At Longren Mountain, you can get up close to see the world's 5th highest peak, Mount Makaru, and the eastern slope of Mount Everest. Here, you will have a fun, beautiful scenery pancake, 8,000-meter snow-capped Mount Rizhao, Mount Everest, 8,844 meters, Mount Luozi, 8,516 meters, 4th in the world, and Mount Makaru, 8,463 meters, 5th in the world, and various beautiful views of Zumulangzuo, 7,804 meters, are unfolding in front of us one by one. Afterwards, you will head to the highest temple in the world, Rongbu Temple, which is widely recognized as the best place to look up at Mount Everest. Afterwards, you will arrive at the Everest camp and take a photo with the altitude stone tablet of the Everest headquarters. Here, you will dance with the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, and fortunately, you can also see the Everest flag cloud floating like the fire of life. Day 9. In the early morning, when the peaks are still sleeping in the dawn, you will look up at Mount Everest in the morning and receive the baptism of the soul of the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, at an altitude of 8,844.43 meters. The snow on the top of Mount Everest remains unchanged throughout the year, with glaciers hanging and silver peaks towering, creating a holy scene. Then you will return to Shigatse with nostalgia for the beauty of Mount Everest, watching a corner of the majestic, magnificent, and winding the Himalayas, and the surging Yajiang River Valley. Day 10. In the morning, you will visit Tashilhunpo Temple, one of the 6 major temples of Huangjiao, which was built in 1447, and has been the residence of the Panchen Lama Erdeni in Shidi throughout history. Inside the temple, there is a 28-meter-tall statue of the world's largest bronze Buddha, known as the Statue of Maitreya Buddha. After visiting the spiritual pagoda of the 10th Panchen Lama, visit the Shigatse Free Market and overlook the heavenly burial platform. Afterwards, you will depart for the Tibetan folk village. In the Tibetan folk village, you can experience the original Tibetan family visit, understand the national culture, understand the process of handicraft production, and then return to Lhasa along the Yarlung-Zangbo River Valley. On the way, you can enjoy the scenery of the back Tibetan River Valley, feel the momentum of the first river on the plateau, and then arrive in Lhasa and freely disperse. Day 11. After breakfast, the journey will come to an end, and we will arrange the delivery according to the flight or train schedule to depart and return to your warm home.